Once upon a time, Buddha was staying in a village. He had to address gathering of people of that village. On the first day, when Buddha came in the assembly, he stood there for some time, looked all around, and left from there without speaking any word. Many people had gathered to listen to Buddha in the assembly. People were very surprised to see such behavior of Gautama Buddha, but no one questioned Buddha. After some time, everyone left the meeting. The religious assembly was held again the next day, but the number of people in the meeting decreased significantly on the second day. The number of people decreased from 500 to only about 100. Buddha came to the assembly again, stood there, saw here and there, and left from there without speaking any word. People were again surprised to see this, but again no one asked any question to Buddha. The next day again religious assembly was held, and this time the number of people decreased further. This time there were only 50 people in the meeting. Again Buddha came to assembly, stood for few minutes, saw here and there, and again left from there without speaking any word. This time some people got angry because people had come there after leaving their works, but no one asked any question to Buddha. The assembly was held again the next day, and this time number of people had decreased further. This time there were about 30 people in the meeting. Again Buddha came to the assembly, stood there for few minutes, saw he ran there and left from there without seeing anything. This time again some people got angry, and some people even started murmuring from behind the Buddha. But Buddha did not answer any of their questions and left from there. Next day again assembly was held, and number of people had again decreased considerably. This time there were only 10 people in the assembly. Again Buddha came to assembly, but this time the Buddha took his seat and started preaching. Buddha gave knowledge of Dhamma to those 10 people, and those 10 people became Buddha's disciples, and later on they spread the knowledge of Dhamma in different directions of the world. One day someone asked Buddha, "Lord, why did you leave the religious assembly every day without saying anything?" Buddha said, "My dear, I was looking for people who were really deserving. There were about 500 people on the first day, and only 100 people were left on the second day. Most of the people came there just for fun. They did not come to listen to my sermon. But I was looking for people who really deserved my sermon, people who were really curious, who could assimilate and spread my knowledge to others. For many days I went without speaking from the assembly because I wanted to select a few people from among those 500 people who deserved my sermon. Those people who really had a quest for knowledge and patience to wait. They stayed till the end, and those who did not have a crave for knowledge and patience to wait, they did not stop. We see in our lives, we will find that those who have the curiosity to get something and the patience to wait, only those people can achieve something in their life. We all also have some goal in our life and desire to achieve something, but only those people reach their destination who has a patience for the journey to come to end. Those who do not have patience, they leave their journey in the middle of the way. But those who have a strong desire to reach their destination and patience to wait, those people definitely reach their destination. Once upon a time, Buddha was sitting with his disciples. One of them asked him, "Lord, what is karma?" Buddha said, "Let me tell you a story. After that, you will understand the karma very well." Then Buddha started telling a story to his disciples, and the story goes like this. Once, a king was touring his kingdom on his elephant. He stopped in front of a shop in the market and said to his minister, "I don't know why, but I want to hang the owner of this shop." The minister was shocked, but before he could ask the king why, the king had moved on. The next day, the minister went to that shop dressed as one of the locals to see the shopkeeper. He casually asked him how his business was faring. The shopkeeper, who was a sandalwood merchant, replied sadly that he had hardly any customer. People would come to his shop, smell the sandalwood, and then go away. They would even praise the quality of the sandalwood, but rarely anyone buy anything. His only hope was that the king of this kingdom would die soon. Then there would be a huge demand for sandalwood for performing his last rituals, as he was the only sandalwood merchant around. He is sure that his business will run after the death of the king. The minister now understood why the king had stopped in front of this shop and expressed a desire to kill the shopkeeper. Perhaps the shopkeeper's negative thought vibrations had affected the king, who had in return felt the same kind of negative thought arising within him. The minister was a very wise man. He pondered over the matter for a while. Then, without revealing who he was or what had happened the day before, he expressed a desire to buy some sandalwood. The shopkeeper was pleased. He wrapped the sandalwood and handed it over to the minister. When the minister returned to the palace, he went straight to the court where the king was seated and reported that the sandalwood merchant had sent a gift for him. The king was surprised. When he opened the package, he was pleasantly surprised by the fine golden color of the sandalwood and its lovely fragrance. King was pleased. He sent some gold coins to the sandalwood merchant. The king also felt sorry in his heart that he had unpleasant thought of killing the shopkeeper. When the shopkeeper received the gold coins from the king, he was astonished. He began to express his gratitude to the king and started praising the king who had, through the gold coins, saved him from the brink of poverty. Then he started repenting for having negative thoughts he had towards the king for his own personal goal. After telling this story to his disciples, Buddha said, "If we have a good and kind thought for another person, that positive thought will come back to us in a favorable way. But if we harbor evil thoughts for others, then those thoughts will come back to us as a retribution." Then Buddha asked his disciples, after listening to this story, "Now you tell me, what is karma?" Many disciples replied, "Lord, our words, our deeds, our feelings, and our actions, these all are our karma." Buddha shook his head and said, "Your thoughts are your karma. If we see in our lives, we will find that we will receive what we give to others. If you think bad about someone, then vibrations of bad thoughts toward you will also start rising in the mind of another person. And if you think good for someone, then in return, good thoughts you will start rising in the mind of another person. This is the law of nature. As we do, so we will get. Everything is about reaction and reflection. Good thoughts, good deeds, and good actions will get back the same. And bad thoughts and bad deeds will also give you back the same. Therefore, never wish bad for others. Don't waste your time on revenge. Those who has done wrong to you will eventually face their own karma. You need not wish bad for them. You only wish good and do good for others with your mind and with your actions. Because what we give to others will come back to us again.